I used to love Xbox. I think every gamer in my generation used to love Xbox 360s so freaking much. But I think a large part of the player base jumped shipped to PlayStation over the time from the 360 to the Xbox One. And they've been trying to reclaim their gaming status ever since their terrible snafu of the Xbox One. Hey guys, Scootish back here yet again with some more gaming news. This episode is entirely Xbox focused because we got a lot to talk about with Xbox. They did some weird and wacky things yesterday, and I want to talk all about it. By the way, please like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Also, check me out on a Purple website. I'm doing a little Mario Kart tournament there tonight, and it's going to be a live stream, and you can win up to $250 tonight, and it'll be really, really fun if you guys all come and you guys all enter. But anyway, back to news. Back to Xbox. Xbox is being a crazy company yesterday. They went up and chose violence yesterday afternoon. I woke up to the news that all Xbox game prices were being raised by $10. All future first-party Xbox games, that is. It's the next-gen price spike because games are more expensive to develop on this new system, on this new hardware. They need a little bit more money in order to, kind of make the games that we expect them to make. And, that makes sense. I have no problem with price spikes because gaming has cost the same since they were first introduced, and I think that's insane. We should probably raise the price for inflation. It's never really gone up since when I was a kid, and that seems crazy because milk certainly doesn't cost the same as when I was a kid, and I remember that. Am I a boomer? That's a boomer thing to say. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, focus up. Starfield is going to be $70. Forza, Redfall, Halo, all $70. That's the future of Xbox first-party games, and that's fine because inflation and all that. And you know what? Even then, even on top of that, for every other console, I would be upset because I'm spending more money. But for Xbox, I'm not upset because I literally have a subscription service that I pay for to make sure I don't get upset with price spikes. Xbox Game Pass, guys. Everyone has Game Pass that is complaining, and I don't get it. It's $15 a month, and you get all the games. You get every single one of the games. Now, I know some people want to own their games. I get that. But if you don't know if you want to buy it, spend the $15, play it on Game Pass, and then choose to buy it. And then if you're like, oh, well, I don't want to buy it because I already played it. Well, you're the problem then. Stop being a problem. Why would you want to spend $70 on a turd that you may not like? Because I'm going to tell you right now, Starfield is looking like a turd. I don't want to spend $70 on it, but I'll spend $15 for it, and I'll try it, and then I might buy it. And we have confirmation that they're going to stay on Game Pass. From an Xbox spokesperson even said, these games will also be available on day one with Game Pass. Xbox knows gamers. They know gamers. Xbox has missed the mark a lot the past couple of years. They truly, really have. I would say they even missed the mark with naming their console the Xbox Series X when they sold a previous gen console called the Xbox One X. That's so confusing. It's for people to buy. But sure, whatever. Phil Spencer went banana mode last night. He went absolutely sicko mode on Twitter and tweeted out, Microsoft has entered a 10-year commitment to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo following the merger of Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, King. Microsoft is committed to helping bring more games to more people, however they choose to play. He even went on to say that they will also be on Steam simultaneously to Xbox. This is insane. This is in insane mood. Because he's not at all saying they are coming to Switch. He's saying they'll come to Switch if the merger goes through. The Activision Blizzard merger. If you guys don't know what that is, Microsoft bought Blizzard for like $69 million last year, and they've been trying to merge and join the two companies together, but that's a very, very, very difficult thing to do because of monopolies and money and consumers and making sure no one has a monopoly and all that. It's a crazy thing, and it's a scary thing, specifically for Sony. Sony does not want this deal to go through at all, because if it does go through, Microsoft has a lot of access to a ton of first-party games. Call of Duty would become an Xbox first-party game, which is insane. I believe Microsoft wants to put Call of Duty on every single console because that's how Call of Duty works. Call of Duty works because it's crossplay, not because you can only buy it on one system. I don't believe Xbox would take away the ability to play those games on other systems. But it's scary for PlayStation because Xbox would have a lot of power because they could pull the plug at any moment and say no more Call of Duty for you, and all of a sudden a big system seller is gone. Also, it's scary because, what if the developers don't develop the game the best way for PlayStation and spend the most amount of time making the Xbox the best version of the game? That's a scary thing for Sony. You're giving a lot of control to one of your biggest competitors. It's a very, very scary thing. And what's even scarier is this guy's tweet. Brad Smith tweets out, our acquisition will bring Call of Duty to more gamers and more platforms than ever before. That's not really true. Call of Duty was on the Wii, and it was on all 3 consoles back then. So, and it was on DS. I don't know if that's true, Brad Smith. I think you're lying. Our acquisition will bring Call of Duty to more gamers and more platforms than ever before. That's good for competition and good for consumers. Thank you, Nintendo. Any day Sony wants to sit down and talk, we'll be happy to hammer out a 10-year deal for PlayStation as well. That feels so threatening. That is the most threatening tweet I've ever read in my goddamn life, and I'm reading tweets about all the Smash drama that's happening. Brad Smith, if you guys don't know, is the president of Microsoft, and he looks like a James Bond villain that is a twist villain. He looks like your friend at first, but then he turns evil and wants to kill you. So I'm not the biggest Brad Smith fan. He looks scary, and this seems pretty accusatory of Sony, saying, Sony, you're the problem here. We want to work with you. Let us work with you. And, the whole point that Microsoft has is they're third in the console market. They're dominated by PlayStation and they're dominated by Switch. That's true. That's real and true. They are third in the console war. But guys, every freaking gaming computer in the world under the sun runs on Windows. It runs on Microsoft. Microsoft has a dominant hold on the PC gaming market community in a way, not in a direct way, but in a way. They have a monopoly there, and they freaking know it, and they're trying to snake their way through a massive deal of $70 million. It's crazy. Is it 70 million or 70 billion? It's 70 million, right? I'm saying million, right? Oh, no, I'm sorry, $70 billion. I was saying million, it's billion. Oh, I knew I was too low. $70 billion. It's crazy. It's an insane thing that this is happening. It would be a problem for consumers, for competition. There would be no competition. Microsoft would dominate because you would have to play by Microsoft's rules. It's a crazy thing that they think they can get away with it, and they're probably going to, because I think people are just hyped on the idea to play Call of Duty on their Switch. I know Bob Wolf is. He tweeted out, Warzone can barely run on my 3060 Ti, but I'm down. Look, the truth of it is, it's probably going to be a shitty version of Call of Duty on the Switch. It's probably going to be a cloud version, or as my King Woodhawker Beat 'em Ups points out, it's going to be COD Mobile. It's not going to be a great version of Call of Duty. It's not going to be the best experience of Call of Duty in the world, but it'll come to Switch if the deal comes through. And only if the deal comes through, it'll come to Switch. And I think that's the part of the wording that I really don't like the most. The only way these things will happen is if the deal comes through. And that's crazy to say. It's Activision Blizzard. They're a company right now. They can work with any company they want. With Daddy Microsoft, you're working with who Daddy Microsoft says. They can work with anyone they want. But now Microsoft is saying they'll only work with you if we buy them. That's an insane statement to make, and I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. What do you guys think? Please like, comment, and subscribe below. I can't wait to see you guys on the next one, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.